guys, what's going on? F1 here. Welcome back to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Since we last left off, we just went through the Midnight Isle DLC, nothing too crazy, and for this stream, we're just gonna keep on rolling. The reason I decided to stream this again so soon is simply because I'm not sure whether I'm going to be able to stream later today, so I'm just doing this now. This is more so just in case I don't get to stream today. So if I don't, well, this stream is here for you. So I'm going to try and post this alongside the other content that I've got planned today, but we'll see how things go. But I digress. Without further ado, let's just get into things and see what happens. Besides, with how the pace of the stream has been going thus far when it comes to these islands, I've noticed that we've been very slow. Normally we get to like 2 islands. To be fair, that is with 6 individuals, all working in tandem to defeat the enemies. I'm only one individual here. And I'm doing my absolute best to get the job done as one individual, which is pretty difficult, I would have to say. But yeah, we should be fine overall. It's just a matter of actually fighting through the enemies and doing the best that we can. It looks like we're going to need to cure our ability damage and ability drain, so I believe that is a restoration that we need to use. Not a lesser restoration, but an actual restoration. Yeah, cures all temporary ability damage and restores all points in a single ability score. We need to use that to cure our con and some of our strength, so there you go. Now we should be good to go. We will save just under stream 50. There we go. And let's keep going. Got a lot to do. And I guess I will move over here. There we go. Song of Discord. What's that do? I see. An accursed ability that just makes us go into effectively a rage. I'm just gonna do this. There we go. Just have Ivu throw out an attack here and there. Nothing too crazy. Are they immune to fear? They are not. There we go. Oh no. This is gonna get a bit chaotic. We're gonna move Ivu back here. We're probably gonna lose one of them, but we'll be fine. We have the AC going for us. Not a fan of the overwhelming presence, though, huh? Let's see. Yeah, no, let's load. There's no need to suffer that. That's for sure. We can do better. Let's just charge this guy. Make it a little easier to take out the enemy. There we go. We'll just leave those two alone. Oh, we've been affected by Song of Discord. It is a 53 AC normally. So we do want to intimidate. If only to make it easier to deal with the Colossus. Alright, there we go. Nice. Ow. I think it's good enough for Ivu to just go over and throw out a blast. Never hurts. We do have sonic-based resistance after all. Overwhelming presence hits. That's not a fan. I'm not a fan of that. Okay, so it's a will save. I have to roll against a DC 36. That's insane. I only have a will of 17. Oh, I'm suffering a -2 from Frighten. Okay. Also suffering a -4 because of Primal Regression. Huh. What is this? This is a, What is Overwhelming Presence? I guess I can check from, the Colossus Defiler here. It is a mind-affecting, compulsion, emotion, negative emotion. I believe there's, like, spells that allow me to bypass that, though. Yeah, Unbreakable Heart would be the best way to overcome this, so... Let's, load this. Let's use Unbreakable Hearts, because that will just bypass the issue, I think. Let's see. So let's see, Unbreakable Heart gives us +4 against mind-affecting effects that rely on negative emotions, crushing despair, rage, or fear effects, or would force them to harm an ally, such as confusion. So this would cover both effects. If they are already under such an effect while receiving this spell, the effect is suppressed for the duration of the spell. It's not affect mind-affecting effects based on positive. They can be magically controlled while under the spell effects, but the creature will still throw off domination, making 2 will saves and take the better result. So this is actually still pretty good. I can't do it while I'm polymorph, though. So I will have to use it like this. I will equip... the dragon, because I can. Here we go. Alright. I do need to check a little bit, actually. Hold on. What does this specifically do? It's the mind-affecting compulsion, emotion, and negative emotion. This protects against dominate or charm, so neither would apply here. But unbreakable heart would still help. That's for certain. Wait, this lasts only for 1 round a level. Oof. Okay, so that duration is actually pretty... Yeah, that duration won't cut it. I thought it might, but no, that's only 1 round. That's not long. That's actually pretty bad. Well, maybe there is something else here, though. Well, I guess remove fear would probably be the way to go, but we've already got that on. I'm stuck with primal regression. Is there anything for will? The Ring of Devastating Will would give us the ability to avoid certain will-based attacks, I suppose. This is if will effects do damage to us, to be fair. Heroism Greater would probably be decent for us, to be fair. Demonic Resentment is also an option, but I think the Bracers of Bravery just hit hard here in this instance. So what we'll do is we will... Okay, so that's active. Let's see. These are for more physical buffs, so we can't really benefit from those. We'll save the potion effects anyways. We're going to use Greater Heroism on ourselves. Alright, that's going to give us a +4 on morale bonus to attacks and whatnot. Now, swap to the Engraved Lucky Bracers. Yeah, nothing. At most, the best I could do is probably using the Demonic Resentment, so that is an option, but it's not going to cut it. But that's a 19. That at least counters the Primal Regression negative. Okay, so Cloaks of Resistance. Let's see. Whenever the wearer of this cloak lands a killing blow, they gain immunity to mind-affecting conditions for 3 rounds. This would probably be the best choice if we could kill an enemy. Goggles of Pure Sights. This is oddly a very good tool if we had Dispel Magic, but it's only good if we have Dispel Magic. This is good against specifically demons. This is technically an outsider, but technically not well, I guess it might be a demon. I'm not sure. It's classified as an evil outsider, though. Alright, so spell resistance. +5 cloak of resistance. This could also work. So I could sack the acid and making enemies sickened. Honestly, the toxic wrap, aside from the immunity to acid, is starting to actually lose its valor, I think. Or it's starting to lose its appeal, I should say. Yeah, perhaps it's time I swap over to Cloak of Cinders. It might actually be time to actually swap it over. Yes, I do like the acid resistance, but we do need the boost to saves in this instance. So we're actually going to swap to the Cloak of Cinders, sacking the... we sack the acid resist, or acid immunity, but honestly, with all the buffs we got, we'll be fine, I think. Besides, we can always just swap over to a Copper Dragon and then just have that buff. So hopefully that helps. We still got our respective buffs. We've got Dexterity. Oh, what happened to the other one? Okay, so I guess the other one disappeared. Yeah, I guess we activate Wisdom on, because we do want Dexterity and Wisdom. That is going to give us a nice juicy +2 on top of everything. So that's going to give us an additional +1, I believe. So every little bit counts, and then if we polymorph, we'll be able to get a +2 to the majority of our stats. At least to physicals, I believe. Alright, let's save here. We've done as much as we feasibly can in this instance, so we now deal with the Defiler. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Okay. So 53 or let's say 4, so that's 39. Technically lower. So we do need to intimidate here. There we go. Okay. Thankfully, we saved against overwhelming presence. We're also immune to stagger, so there you go. There we go. Alright, you're still shaken, which is good. I just let you casually try and take me out, but to no avail. Mind if the overwhelming presence on Bismuth hits, so we're good. Okay, that's the Intimidate gone, so we want the Dazzling Display yet again. Just to get all that fear going. They have... For the most part, they have few... Well... Let's just throw it on, why not? Alright, well... Just let the Bear Lift do its thing. Oh, I'm just auto-attacking. Oh. Now they're starting to attack that. Not fun, but, you know, whatever. Pain. Alright. Well, I mean, take out the Lulitu. Move back here, so that way I don't actually attack. It doesn't. I don't mind if Bismuth goes down here. All right, nearly took out the Lulitu. Oh, okay. I guess I take out the Bearlith here. And then we take out the Baylor. Baylor goes after Bismuth, which is fine. Just move Ivu out the way. Oh, I see you've decided to go after them, so we're just going to use Acrobatics Mobility to just move right back. Failed to, resolve that. Oh, dear. That's not good. And there goes Ivu. And I just accidentally killed Ivu. And I'm starting to suffer ability damage because of how I'm going about things. Lovely. Well, might as well do that. And there goes the other. Well, not too surprising. At the very least, I don't have to worry too much about targeting other people there, but I digress. Alright, let's see. What's the damage looking like? Alright. Pawn's fine, Dex is fine. Strength suffered some ability damage, but that's not too much of an issue. We just polymorph back, use a few scrolls, and then we should be good. Simple as. Simple as. That's 7. That is down to 3. 2. Here. Well, I mean, I can disarm this pretty easily. Yeah. Okay, let's save here. Let's keep going. I'm not too surprised our minions died. Honestly, it's kind of expected at this point. Hello. I mean, if it's flat-footed, it can take fire damage. Ow! Golem. Let's see. Yeah, adamantine golems, 53. So at worst, we're dealing with 73 to hit. Okay. So let's see. If we activate combat expertise, we can increase our AC up to 6. Technically, we can increase it up to a 70. But yeah, no, we want to deal with the adamantine golem here. The sooner we deal with him, the better. Yeah, we got a 69 AC now, so that's good. But yeah, no, this golem had to go. I'll turn combat expertise off. Okay, back up. Alright. Shaken. Yeah, I'm gonna have to move out of the way here. There's a good reason as to why I'm doing this. But it's mainly because I'm going to need to actually get past all these summons here. What is there to hit anyways? 31? Yeah, it's not that bad. But yeah, no, I need to actually go and move over there, so I need to back up and I need to make sure I'm given enough room to actually go past these guys, which is good. Okay, yeah, no, we're taking the AOs. We need to actually charge this wind thing, otherwise we're gonna be buggered. God, our AC is not looking too good. Or at least this guy's attacking quite a bit here. Yeah, we need to move back just enough to encourage them to move out of the way. There we go. Okay, just enough to get there. Perfect. We need to deal with this aerial pillar before things go awry. Ow. Okay, Nihindrian Deadeye. Whatever. We just need to deal with the aerial pillar. Okay, now that we've dealt with them, we don't have to worry too much. Okay, I'm gonna suffer a few hits, but that's fine. Okay, you're moving there. Good. Alright, I guess I go after the Nihindrian Eye. We're gonna actually use combat expertise here. Just to give ourselves a bit of an extra AC boost. Because, this guy apparently is hitting with a 50 or something. No, it's got 45. So at worst, we're dealing with a 65. So we actually do need to do this, otherwise we're going to be suffering quite a bit. There we go. I'm not sure why, considering we should have more AC than that. Ah, well. Yeah, we should have more AC than this. Did we just lose something? I think we lost mage armor. That would explain a lot. Which kind of sucks, considering we do need mage armor in this instance, huh? Yeah, no, we do need mage armor, so I'm half considering just going back to rest. We'll be fine. We could just use the scrolls of mage armor, I suppose. Let's see. Scroll of mage armor. Should be a plethora of them. I guess there's the potions of mage armor, so that'll do. But, yeah, that'll give us at least a 64 AC. It's not as good as what we would get from normally casting, but it's gonna have to do. Not perfect, but, you know, you make do with what you got. Oh, hello. Oh god, it's, the Colossus Defiler again. Lovely. Let's see. You're immune to frightened and shaken, so regardless, we'd have to, handle you like this. What is your guys' to hits? 41. So at worst, you'd be doing a 61, which we have a 64 AC currently. 47, so 67. Yeah, so we'd have to full attack here. Alright, there we go. Play it safe, if you will. Oh, lovely. Negative energy ray. Well, for our own sake, I should definitely keep attacking normally. That'll just give us some better defense going through. Another innovation. Thankfully, we've got a high AC going for us. So even if they do try something funny, we should be fine. I want to deal with the Galliu as soon as possible, because he's the only one that, won't actually... Yeah, he's the only one that doesn't suffer from, fear effects, so getting rid of him early doesn't hurt. Man, I'm missing quite a bit. Then again, we are suffering a negative to our ACs, just to get hits in, so... Whatever. Ooh, acid, not fun. Well, it could be worse. Okay, 59. Okay, are you immune to acid damage? I don't... No, you're... Are you immune to fire? You are not. So I guess I could just do this. Affect everybody, but no. We want the AC, so... That'd be the safest option, full attacking. Yeah, the breath weapon does get the kill, though, so that's fun. What's there to hit again? 41. Those guys are immune to fire, though, so that's something worth noting. Alright, let's commit to a fear. Let's have them chase after us. Let's see, Defiler, or we go for the Six-Handed Doom. The Defiler has less AC. He is shaken, so... Here we go. I'm actually, at this point, going to turn off Combat Expertise to see if that helps. We'll have to see what their attacks are. Let's see. They've got 34. These guys have got 35. So 55. This guy has 40, so at worst he's going to be doing 60, which our 64 AC covers. This guy has a 24, so he's never going to hit us unless he rolls nat 20s. So we'll make it work. As long as we have a high defense, we'll be fine. Alright, there we go. Oof. Not a fan of the acid, but we do heal, so we'll be fine. Alright, so there's an easy solution to our issues. We're gonna 5-foot here. We can use a free action to polymorph out. And then we just simply transform into a copper dragon, which will give us immunity to acid, specifically. So this will basically prevent us from suffering from acid energy attacks, which is good. So his breath weapon? Oh. It does something to me, huh? Hold on. Yeah, immunity to acid. What's the deal here? What about you? You've got immunity to electricity. There we go. Come at me. Huh. Oh, I see. I see. Okay, yeah, so this breath weapon actually deals a set amount of damage to certain types of beings. It's not actually the way I thought it was. It's no big deal. Like, we can take out this guy really easily anyways. Oh. I think I got triggered by one of them. Yep. Yeah, I suffered a little bit of strength damage, but it's fine. There we go. Oh, wrong button. I'll just move up, get the attack in. Not like he's going to be able to, yeah, we'll get the attack of opportunity there, and then just nuke him like that. So. Alright. Polymorph back to gold. But, good to know that the damage there is unholy, specifically, not anything else. So I don't actually have to change into, other classes of, danger, if that were the case. Okay. Excuse me. If you hear me, that is. Just checking to see if I missed anything. I don't think I did. I do have a very high perception, to be fair, so if I do miss anything, that's on me. Alright, let's, just to play it safe, use a shield scroll here. Might as well, start using our things, right? Alright, zombies, okay. That's not bad. Oh, there's a lich. Yeah, I should probably deal with him first. So I'm actually going to use Bit of Fun here, just to give ourselves a bit of an illusion advantage. Then we're just going to move over to the lich here, just to play it safe. Alright. He is a neutral evil undead human. He is immune to most things, so we just need to wail on him until he dies, really. Yeah, there you go. That's literally the way to go. He's going to use lightning to try and take us out. Thankfully, he's not using any of his more dangerous effects, so that's actually going to save our hides here. I'd rather him use that instead of the alternative. Okay, back up. Go. And all we do is save here. Because thankfully that lich didn't do anything further than that, so... Okay, we've got a Vrock. It's been a while since I've faced one of these. I believe they are a nasty piece of work. Okay. Okay, we do need to take out that aerial pillar, so We have to get that pillar taken out as soon as possible. Not a fan of this, but that's not too surprising. Okay. Are they vulnerable to intimidate? They've got a 40 to hit. They don't look to have any resistance to shaken, so here we go. In fact, I'm going to stay here specifically. What about you? You've got a 32. Okay, so you guys aren't that bad. Oof. The attacks amounts, though, are an issue. Not a fan of Crushing Despair, but, you know, what can you do, huh? Okay, move back a little bit. Not a fan of that negative level. That's a load if I've ever seen one. Damn. Okay, so it's either accept a whole bunch of attacks or, yeah, no, there is no real good alternative. Face tank the... You either face tank it or you don't. There is no in-between. Dang. At the very least, I could use Focus Rage, to be fair. But before I do, actually, I should, I should use this, because this will, let's see. Yeah, this will give me extra bonus against, Crushing Despair, Rage, or things. And if I'm under such an effect, then the effect will be suppressed. So I should be able to suppress effects such as Crushing Despair. As an example. Alright, let's go. There we go. Alright. Burn the whole group. Another Enerbait, lovely. Odd. You know what? Maybe actually I do the charge attack, but I actually apply the armor buff. Because that could be the turning factor there for the touch attack, because that's a additional 6 AC. Mind you, dodge AC, but still, an AC of sorts. Well, we're going to turn that on. That way we charge with the bonus accordingly. Pray I don't get hit. There we go. I do want to deal with the Shadow Keeper specifically to start with. Let's Intimidate here. Not a fan of the nega level, but we'll just take the -1. It's fine. We'll live. Nice try on the Enervate. Oh, you managed to get actually connect. Oh, lovely. We are suffering 2 negative levels. It's not that bad, to be quite honest. I can recover that quite easily. Yeah, we still need Death Ward, though, because that's literally the go-to staple ability that I would grab. So we'll have to find a merchant somewhere within the... We'll just have to hope that we find a merchant at some point. Okay. There we go, we've dealt with that. That means the air elementals will soon fade. Yeah, so once a few turns pass, the elementals will disappear. So that's good. Dark Flicker, you have nothing yet, so we will just Intimidate. I guess I'll 5-foot step here. It's not perfect, but it will do. And we just focus on one other target. Alright. Gonna be hard to target Succubus here, but here we go. Hey, we knocked that one back. Gotta love the knockback, that's fun. Alright, but that's down to 2 elementals now. Leaving this Brock here. We will take a 5-foot step. Force them to chase after us. Thankfully, the spores no longer are an issue for us. Hey, the crit's coming in clutch. There you go. This should be the last instance of the air elemental. Yep, he goes bye-bye. Okay. Okay, back up a bit. There you go. Now we deal with the Brock. Get rid of all of his mirror images. He recasts, only for us to attack again. Get rid of most of his mirror images. He recasts once more. As we play the eternal game of just hit until it goes down. And you know what? Don't care about flat-footed enough to warrant it. Okay, Amulet and Mighty Fists, a whole bunch of stuff. Nothing too crazy. Hello. We get a belt and a lucky hand sandwich. A belt of physical form, not bad. Disarm the trap for some experience. We got 2 doorways here. Okay, let's cure our negative levels. If I'm not mistaken, normal restoration cures temporary negative levels. I could be wrong, though. Let's see. Restoration cures all temporary ability damage, and it restores all permanently drained from single ability score. Okay, so no, we need a greater restoration here, in particular. It spells all permanent and temporary negative levels. So we need to unpolymorph. And then use that to cure everything, basically. Okay, where is it? Here it is. So that's restoration. We want greater. Okay, I guess we're doing it this way. Here we go. We restore the temporary into permanent. We restore our strength. Overall cure. And then, of course, we put the flag back on, because that guarantee crit is always nice. Alright, polymorph into Gold Dragon. And bada bing, bada boom. Alright, where are we going next? I guess we want to go this way first. Not sure where this area will lead, but we will still go this way. Hello, a cultist reaver. Another cultist. Ah. There's a wizard. Undead, fighter, as their fighter, and this is a rogue. Pretty obvious. That fighter is actually pretty dangerous, so we need to worry about a 60... Yeah, a 64 to hit. Okay, so we are just barely on the cusp there. And then, of course, there's the Evoker itself, whom has a whole bunch of elemental-based effects. Believe it or not, I think the Cultist Reaver is more dangerous, even though the Cultist Rogue does more damage. So we're just going to target you. There you go, and then we'll just back off. Ah! Not a fan of the Polar Ray. That's going to be a Scroll of Restoration that we'll have to utilize. We want to 5-foot step here just to avoid the cultist evoker as much as we can. Ah, Sirocco, lovely. Okay, what's this to hit? He's got 47. Okay, so the Neandrian Reaver is actually pretty dangerous. Okay, we 5-foot forward, take out the cultist, the evoker rather. Not a fan of the Sirocco, but whatever. Ow. Let's see. Okay, we got a secret door here. This brings us into a room with a treasure, which gives us adamantine breastplate, scrolls of stormbolt, a scroll of massive visibility, and a few bits of diamond dust, which is alright. Not the best reward out there, but it is a reward. All the same. Now, we are suffering from one ability drain. That is not enough to warrant actually getting rid of the ability drain. So we're actually going to hold off on this because it's only getting rid of our dex by 1 point. So it's not that bad. At least in my opinion, it's not that bad. I will save here. And let's see what's on the other side. I want her to come over to me. Confusion's not fun, but okay. Move over here. Go after the enchanter first. It does appear that they won't be able to attack me and get some good hits in, so it's fine. I'll just keep wailing on them then, given that we've got the advantage here. no reason and no shame in just wailing on them and doing as much as we can here. Take 5 foot here. Ow. I'll focus on the assassin specifically here. The sole reason I'm focusing on the assassin is simply because their shaken is still up. And they're a good target to focus on. Get back up. Ow. Okay, who are we targeting? We can either target the Litu, or we can target the sedative knife. This will guarantee hits if I go for the sedative knife. But either way, we're guaranteeing hits on either. We're gonna go for the sedative knife because he has a lower HP. But he does have the ability to dodge attacks, so that is a bummer, but not something we can't overcome with damage. Here we go. Yeah, let's just do this. There we go. Ah! Thankfully you missed, making this a little easier on us. There we go. Now he just wail on you. And because you're ranged, there's no reason for us to back off, so there you go. And our healing just covers the majority of what we suffer, so there you go. Done. Take everything there. Disarm the trap. Hello, loot. Just random assortments of goodies that we can just sell when we get the chance. But most of it's just going to get some value for us, so there you go. Alright, that is another elemental undertow, if I've ever seen one. Hello. Load, because the elemental undertow basically made the elemental I was charging at disappear. Perfectly fine though. Activate this just so we can. And we'll go in, even though we don't get an attack off. Okay. There we go. Now we get it. Okay. Okay. The golems are probably going to come in next, which I'm not too surprised about. They're probably going to have a lot to say. Yeah, they got a 76 to hit. So we've got to play our cards right. Ooh. Pain. Demon Make Hair Joe Stanton. The hell is just okay. Well, out of all of them, the most dangerous is obviously this Siege Golem, so we should, prioritize our, attacks on him, because, he's got the biggest to hit. If we don't, we're gonna be in for a rough day. Chain Lightning is really doing a number on us, though. Damn. Not a fan of the Chain Lightning, I must admit. I might have to change to the another elemental at this rate. Jeez. Or rather, another dragon type. Well, thankfully, thankfully we tank through it, so it's not a huge ordeal, but damn if it don't hurt. He really is desperate for damage. Alright, that just leaves, Jostin. With, Magic Missile, I guess. He's got a lot of stuff. He's also got Fiery Body, which makes him immune to fire damage, but we do physical damage, don't we? Alright, let's, close the distance. Wail of the Banshee. Damn. That's one hell of a way to send me off, huh? All right. You're immune to shaken. Okay, so move back here. Ow. I don't like that. Yeah, let's just take a moment to actually back the heck off. What? No, I haven't. Did I suffer enough damage that, oh no. I think I may have suffered enough damage that the game said, alright, here's how it's gonna go. You're gonna die when you polymorph back. God, that's such a, painful way to go. Ah, well. Thankfully, I can change into Bronze Dragon form and get, electricity immunity. So it's not like it's a huge ordeal. Right. Electricity. Forgot that's a thing. Yeah. Yeah. Electricity currents. You know, electricity kind of makes sense. I still need to do this dragon type, though. That is a given. There we go. Managed to get a crit on the aerial pillar, which is good. Thunder won't be able to do much. Yep, the chain lightning comes in clutch. Okay, 5 foot back. Thankfully, the AC is coming in clutch. And when he does start casting his magic, we're just going to be immune to most of it. Yeah, we just want to keep backing up. Make him forced to chase. The color spray continues. Okay, back up again. Yeah, not a fan of the icy prison that you've just thrown at me. But I am immune to paralysis, so that's good. Let's see. Are you immune to electricity? No. But you do have spell immunity, which is common for most golems. You have negative fire and electricity immunity, so no point in utilizing that, that's for sure. Given the circumstances, we want to focus on the adamantine golems now. Nice try on the electricity part. Respect the hustle, though. Why can't I target? Well, these guys are fine with this, so I can use it on these two at least. And then I'll back it up. Not a fan of the magic missile. Why can I not full attack? Just avoid. Something's going on, and I do not know what. Well, hopefully I'll be able to attack these guys. Oh, you're doing that. Okay. What the hell is going on? Yeah. Why can I not attack? What the hell? Bull. I should be able to attack. What the hell's going on? Yeah, just let him heal. That's fine. What? Okay, so if I lose aggro on this fight, I lose? What? Oh, okay. This is weird. It's a weird fight. Alright, fine. Let's get focused rage in. Let's throw the Azita here. Well, first let's transform into a bronze dragon here. Here we go. Make our lives a little easier here. Summon the Gale Azita. Do this. Alright. Target the pillar. Back up. Wait, how did I not proc the siege golem? Alright, well, you know what? Let's just take it. Bugger it. Alright. Alright, let's charge the golem then. I guess we target, well, we do need to deal with the, siege golem at least. 5 foot forward. The only reason I'm dealing with Siege Golem specifically is strictly because, well, Siege Golem. Ah, why are you pushing me? All right, taking you out. Yeah, you're immune to fear, so no point in trying. Just resist. Oh, we took 200 damage. That's not fun. Let's see. 72 AC versus their 49, so that's 69. Yeah, so I did need this. Ah, energy drain, not fun. Got it. And that's a load. Damn. Okay. Hmm. Just wondering what I can do here. Well, obviously the best thing I can do is just go in and go hard. I mean, I guess displacement would probably be the easiest way to go, right? Other thing is obviously the touch AC, huh? Right? If I use the shield spell, I can actually stop him from actually using magical missile, I suppose. So we use this. What else can we use? If we use blur and displacement, it'll make it easier to fight off the golems to start. We can also use mirror image. Here we go. What else can we use? We've already got see invisibility, so that's not going to help. I believe we put on blur. Yeah, we did. So displacement is the next best thing I can use. Haste is also equally a useful item that we can use in this instance. Let's see. We've got acid, cold, sonic. Because we're going to be immune to electricity, we don't need this, but we should definitely get fire protection, so we'll use a scroll of protection of fire. What else can we use here? Well, I guess false life greater would probably be a good one. So we'll use that. Greater invisibility is tempting, but we shouldn't need it. We will use Magic Fang Greater. This will give us a slight boost to our to hits and whatnot. That might be a saving grace for us. I suppose I could use the Scroll of Legendary Portions, but it wouldn't help me against touch attack spells, would it? I suppose the next best thing would be the Frightful Aspect scroll, simply because we get a resistance equal to 10 plus half the cast level, which in this case would be around 7, I guess. So spell resistance of 17 would be nice, and then of course there's the aura of Shaken, which makes everybody shaken pretty obviously, among many other options. But I do believe in this instance we are basically well prepared. We just need to swap over to Bronze Dragon, because that will make us immune to lightning. And we save here, because this is the best that we can theoretically do. We want to get rid of the Siege Golem at least while we're doing this. Here we go. We want to 5-foot step here. Wail on the Siege Golem. Here we go. Alright, we 5-foot step yet again. wail on one of the adamantine golems next. There we go. We'll suffer a little bit of pain, but that's fine. The fire does a number. We 5 foot again. Wail on this adamantine golem. Wail the Banshee happens, but we succeed. The Gaily Azata does die, though. And then we're left with this boy. He has a number of immunities. Negative, fire, and electricity. He has resistance to acid, but nothing to cold, it seems. In fact, he's vulnerable to cold. So what we do is we Wild Shape Return, swap into Silver Dragon mode, we get, yeah. We hold off on that, and yeah. Now we do cold damage. Here we go. Spam that enough and we should be fine. Thankfully, the mirror images are coming in clutch. And you know what? I think it might be in our best interest to use the bronze dragon aspect here. Just to give ourselves some electricity resistance, I believe. If I did this right, yeah, I'm immune to cold and electricity now. So this makes most of them trivial, because the shield spell covers us, and all that other jazz. Your image comes there. In fact, I think I can... No, I need to keep combat expertise on because of the negative level thing. So it actually needs to be done this way. Oh, magic missiles are coming in through. Ow. Well, hey, it's fine. Let's keep going. Keep going. Oof, that fire damage, though. Oof. But thankfully, we're able to take him out, and we can turn this off. There we go. We get the pink pearl. As you pick it up, you sense an echo of an ancient memory. I'm rolling a pearl of rare pink hue in my palm. It's not the largest pearl in my collection, nor is it most precious, and yet it is unique in its own right. I've obtained riches through various means. Some things were taken by force, some claimed their trickery, stolen, some found in hidden nooks in the universe. But for this pearl, no treasure in my collection has been gifted to me willingly. It came as a surprise, but I have followers now. How? Where did they come from? Perhaps some mortals were impressed by the display of my might during the raid of the material plane. Or some bookish demonologist discovered me like a star in the sky. It is anyone's guess. All I know is that I made no effort to furnish myself with mortal admirers. And here they are. They offer prayers, perform bloody rituals in my name, and, most importantly, send offerings. A strange feeling, but a pleasant one. If it is their heart's desire to become my servants, I won't turn them down. I might even grant the most devoted a spell or two. So we get that, a normal quarterstaff, a maximize metamagic rod, a greater persistent metamagic rod, a greater quicken metamagic rod, a +5 Haramaki, the robe of 7 sins. If you're a spellcaster, your cast level is increased by 3. The save DC of all spells are increased by 1. And you gain 5 competence bonus on cast level checks to overcome spells. This is a fantastic spellcaster robe. Definitely consider it if you're going to be using robes. You got a Belt of Mighty Constitution, Headband of Vast Intelligence, Amulet of Natural Armor, Ring Protection Tier 4, and a Cloak of Resistance. All of which useful in their own right. We shouldn't need this breath weapon anymore, so we'll just abandon it. But hey, if you want more, there's that. We've also got the Bloody Meat, Old Iron Dagger, and whatnot. This gives you a permanent +2 on athletic skill checks, as well as fortitude saving throws. A nice little addition, as you can imagine. And in fact, I might actually just consume that right here. I'm tempted to, anyways. Let me actually do a quick Google search just to see if it's any use for anything. Okay. I'm just trying to recall what I need to fight here. I've done that. Okay, so now we're on the chase category. We've already gone through 2.1, 2, 3. I guess 2.4 is next. Yeah, Demon Maycare Josen. And there's a locker with bloody meat. It does not specify that it's useful beyond that, so let's just use it. So yeah, we might as well utilize it while we have the chance, don't we? Here we go. So this will give us a +2 to athletics skill checks, as well as fortitude saves. So that 34 is going to be a 36. And our athletics is going to be increased up to 32. A nice little addition, to say the least. There we go. 34 accordingly. And yeah. And because of all that, we can now leave the island with our spoils. Can't be bad. Alrighty. I guess the next island is here, so I guess off we go, huh? No reason to stand on ceremony when we've got plenty of time to tackle each island. Alright, let's polymorph back. We're gonna swap back to Gold Dragon, because that's just our usual staple. Gonna save here. Alright, let's go see what the locals are up to. We're dealing with a volcanic undertow. So everything, okay. Thankfully, I am immune to fire damage, so I don't have to worry about the pools of lava that much. But, yeah. Let's, begin. Hello, you guys. Electricity. I guess I could just throw down a breath weapon here. There you go. I'll move back a little bit so I'm in the elemental undertow. Hurt. How did you manage to land a hit? I assume you got no, you got nearly a 50. So that's a 79 to hit. Okay, so yeah, no, you are the target here. We're gonna go deeper into the undertow here. Considering, oh god. Not a fan of that effect here. Yeah, you're making life a lot harder for me. Yeah, you got a 25% chance to hit. Damn. You know what? This might just be the first time I load. In that regard. Anyways. I wasn't expecting to load so early on this island. Well, I guess it comes with the dangers wrought with the enemies that we are facing, so not too surprising. Okay, let's polymorph back temporarily, so that way we can get prepared. Throw down a shield spell. What else? Guess that should be it, right? Okay, I specifically want to intimidate you to make you flat-footed. This makes fighting you easier, I believe. And you are... Yep, you're vulnerable to such things, so we can actually make this happen. Here we go. Result is a success, and you're shaken for 36 rounds. We want to go deep into the trenches of the fire undertow here. Coax them deep into the fire. Alright. Back up a bit. There we go. Okay, our AC is definitely looking a lot better as a result of this. Okay, back up further. Alright, there we go. Okay, this Dream Stealer is trying its absolute best to stop us. We got 20k experience from that. Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna have to intimidate. Well, no, I don't need to intimidate. Not in this instance. Okay, you have a to hit of 43, so worst case, we're dealing with a 63. Yeah, we've got a 64, so we don't need to use that anymore. Yeah, we got a 67 at best when we're doing this. This way, anyways. Alrighty. Nice try, Galu. Oh, he went flying. I'll take all those. And we'll take the Galu's stuff while we're at it. There you go. Did quite well there. Quite well indeed. Okay. We go around, we should be fine. Okay, let's save here. Charge this sedative knife. We got some cultists and a succubus sharpshooter. Lovely. Yep. Not a fan of the cleric, but, you know, we do what we do. Okay. Ah. Hey, the burn. Let's move forward here. Let's see. Targets. Okay, so she's got a 32. She rolled a nat 20 twice. Okay, so yeah, I don't need to worry too much about the AC and whatnot. Not right now, anyways. Oof, storm bolts are not good. Well, regardless, we'll be able to take him out, so it's no big deal. Ooh, succubus drain. Not good. Can't believe you've done that. I can't believe you've done this. Ah, well. Only one negative level. It's an easy cure. Besides, we get plenty of resources just from doing all this alone anyways, so it's all good. Okay, we get Evil Outsider Bane Crossbow, Vicious Hand Axe, and Demonic Hearts, and Cold Iron ammo. Good if we had an archer. We don't have an archer on our roster, so unfortunately, kind of useless. But I mean, hey, you make what you do what you can in these sorts of situations, don't you? A tough Baylor. Now I gotta see that. So I guess we gotta go all the way around here. Let's throw down a area of effect fire. There we go. Charge. There we go. Are Baylors immune to fear? They are not. So I'll just do a 5-foot step. Dazzling display. Encourage her to come forward. There we go. Gotta love those crits. Oh, lovely. Crushing Despair. Did nothing to us. Good. Nice try. I've already lost one level to that. I guess I'll target the tough Baylor. Hey, can't be bad. Well, you're making it easier for me, dude, so there you go. Alright, well that was interesting. Okay, another breath weapon attack. I'll just take the brunt of it. Yeah. Got no reason to not. Pow. Get a bundle of stuff. Can't be bad. At the very least, we're milking the experience, which is kind of what I was hoping for when going through this well, going through this zone. What I wanted most out of this was to get as much experience as possible, get as much kills as possible. Mainly due to the fact that, as you can see, even though we're suffering a negative level currently, we're getting a lot of experience. We're halfway through gaining experience to get another level. Now, of course, I want to test if Instinctual Warrior stacks with Dragon Blood Shifter. I don't think it does, but it would be interesting to see if it does. If it doesn't, no big deal. We can just stick with Instinctual Warrior level 1 and just still stick with it. Because I think we can actually manage that quite well. Mainly because Instinctual Warrior gives us the benefit of... yeah, it gives us the Wisdom boost, obviously, because of the Rage, but it's not that big of a deal, the Wisdom boost. The bigger thing is actually getting the Wisdom to Initiative on top of Dexterity, which is a nice little addition, if you will. So we'll save here. Okay, we got into Hindrian Shadowcaster. So I guess we charge this one. I'd say the Nihindrian Shadowcaster is more dangerous. Especially if they're going to start throwing these out, yeah. They are undead, though, so that is something worth noting. Not a fan of the innervation either, but, you know... It's a pick your poison sort of situation, isn't it? Well, I guess I'll take you. Gotta love the attempts on the innovation, though. That's for sure. I'll just keep attacking. Nice try. Take all that. Ah, disarm. Ain't nothing over there. Alright, there's clearly a path this way, though, so let's just explore it out. Okay, we've got Rogue Cultist, a Sedative Knife, an Assassin. Let's just throw a burst of fire in there. There we go. Why not? Alright. Let's just strike fear into these guys. There we go. Confusion. We failed the confusion, so we might not act normally. I believe this is a load because of the confusion. Oh boy. I should probably have charged the Enchantress. That would have made our life a little easier. Ah, well. If I recall correctly... I believe this actually suppresses said effects, so this is actually a really good thing. So I'll charge in now. There we go. This will be our first initial round. Hey, can't be bad. Alright, flat-footed. You thankfully avoid the confusion there. There you go. There we go. Shaking everybody by going there. Right. Start with the assassin. Back. Okay, let's just start backing up now. Prevent them from attacking multiple times. And that's just going to be our life for a little bit until we secure the kills. Did they attempt a deep slumber? Okay, so, for those of you who aren't aware, deep slumber is, it can only affect 10 hit die targets. We're way above that. That's, confusing why they cast that specifically. Okay. You're shaken still? No, you're not. Well, I guess, intimidate, move back. Litu is weaker in this instance. So we'll target her. There we go. And that just leaves the Enchanter. Which we can just wail on and succeed in victory. There we go. Easy enough. I was about to say, is there more loot here? Okay, I found that. Let's save here. Keep going. Lickety split. Okay. I am not a fan of you in particular. If I recall correctly, there's a very nasty effect you have, isn't there? No, okay. I might be recalling somebody else, but I'm pretty sure this guy is a really nasty piece of work, if I recall correctly. Yeah, the Clavicus have some weird, like, soul-stealing ability. Definitely worth an eyebrow raise, to say the least. Alright, we're gonna back up a bit here. Thankfully, confusion did... we've gotten staggered. Take a chance to fear you. Give ourselves a chance to actually wail on him. Okay. I think this is a load in the instance where I've got to use the heart ability. Just because there's so many succubi causing so much mental chaos, if you will. But yeah. Let's just cast this on myself. And then burst out with fire. Here we go. Clearly, but no cigar. Man, I'm not intimidating him now? Damn. He's a rough customer, huh? It's not like it's a huge ordeal. I can take out most of these enemies really easily, so... I guess I'll target you. 5 foot back. And we just continue to trail backwards. Deep Slumber is not going to work. No matter how hard they try. Yeah, good job. Okay, they tried. They missed, though. Nice. They tried their absolute best. Missed the energy drain as well. There you go. Back up. Yeah, they stand no chance. And it's like if a Enchanter has less of a chance. Well, no, I think they all equally have a good chance of hitting me, but to no avail. Alright, now it's just you and me, huh? Let's see. What immunities you got? You got poison and electricity, otherwise the rest is meh. Ah, I see. You're part rogue. That's lovely. Intimidate you. That should help with our hits against him. Even just getting those surgical cuts was good. Because those surgical cuts will start to stack, if you will. Well, either way, I'm gonna have a higher AC than him, so even if our to hit is garbage, we should be fine. We just have to hit. That's all it comes down to. And hey, if we not get a crit, then there you go. As long as we're doing damage, that's all that matters, really. But yeah, one hit a turn is perfectly fine here. And hey, if we get the surgical cut on top of that, that just makes it even worse for him. Because he's taking bleed damage on top of that. Okay, not a fan of that. Okay, there we go. That made up for it. The crit. He's got a higher AC. Alright, now I've got reason to intimidate. Or at least try to. Okay, the shaken condition goes hard. Here we go. Ow. Okay. There we go. Now I'm starting to hit. The bleed should handle the majority, but I guess not. But even then. We still need a dazzling display to come in and cut him. There we go. He's got 6 seconds. It's barely enough time to get one hit. Is what I would say if it actually landed. Alright, bugger it. Let's just keep going with the random rolls. At the very least, he's only going to get one hit. Oh god, is it gonna be one of those stalemate matches? Oh god. Okay, there we go, that's one. I just gotta get lucky on the crits, that's all it comes down to. We've gotta gamble. There we go, finally. Right, a holy short sword. Wait. This is just... This was just a sub-area, huh? Lovely. Oh, okay, so I had to go over here. Okay. That explains a bit. Not a fan of those, not a fan of him, but hey. Mythic creatures do be like that sometimes, huh? Okay. They're gonna start quarrying me. Ow! Okay, back up. Okay, back up a bit, even further. Okay. Not a fan of the strength damage, but, you know, what can you do, huh? Ooh. Another strength damage. Ooh. Ooh. That 80 plus damage is not fun. What do you got to hit? You got a 34. Okay, so you're just getting natural 20s, if anything. I mean, it makes sense, to be fair. And hey, as long as I, catch some distance between these two, we should be fine. You're still shaken. I'll just throw a volley against you, because I can. There you go. You know, it's weird how the six-handed Doom is stronger than the mythical Marilith, of all things. How that comes to be, I have no idea, but whatever. We'll just target the mythic Marilith then. More ability damage, not fun. Oh god, that is a lot of ability damage. That is very lethal, if you will. I might have to use some of these potions of lesser restoration at this rate. Well, once combat's over, that is. Well, either that or I just stop attacking and doing and I just start using area effects, in which case... just a gamble at that point. I'm better off just going for the auto attacks, it's fine. Yeah, I'm more confident that I'll be able to take them out with auto attacks. Right. has a lot of ability damage, so we can just use some, do we have a restoration potion? I do believe we should. I guess not. We have scrolls of the thing. Freedom movement potion. Moderate runes wand. Yeah, no, we've only got these. This will bring us up down to 6, which is when we polymorph back, we'll be down to 1, I believe. So now would be a good time as any to polymorph down, and then use the biggin. Why not, right? Alright, it is a greater restoration time. Here it is. There we go. Cured of all of our negative ailments. Okay, save here. And off we go. Hello, tainted retriever. You are gonna be a pain in the butt to deal with. Namely because of the fire. Yeah. The petrification ray is probably the worst of them all. But, electricity, cold, and fire, huh? I mean, if I use the silver aspect, I can get the cold resisted. So I'd be, like, immune to 2 of his rays, at least. This guy is a construct, though, so... that is one of the benefits going on here. I just need to, yeah, I'm in a good position to just charge in and go after him, so... save here. Yeah, we'll be fine, I think. Yeah, we'll manage. It's no big deal. I can do this. Let's just, activate the silver aspect and charge on in. Hoorah! Okay. Backstabbing, Bixie. Ow! Okay. So we've got somebody who's throwing force bombs. Like no tomorrow. That's gonna be annoying. There isn't really a good way to protect against force bombs? Not really, anyways. Hmm. Yeah, because force is a element that's outside of the 5 scrolls that you normally get. The things you want to look out for is holy damage, unholy damage, and force damage, because all 3 are things that don't actually have common resistances. The best thing that you can do in this instance is obviously using things that either give you displacement or otherwise. And even then, that's only going to mitigate the damage some, because bombs have a knack for being very annoying in certain instances. To the point where you're going to be in pain no matter what you do. But yeah, no, we're going to go with a blur alongside a shield and displacement. We'll also use haste to make our life a little easier. We'll use greater false life to give ourselves an edge to heal with. Can't really use stone skin in this instance because, well, you know, force bomb. It is what it is, right? The next best thing that I can do is obviously get out a distraction of sorts. But even then, that's not gonna cut it. Well, I mean, this is the best that I can do currently. I could technically do more, but I don't want to. Alright. We want to be as close as possible to this guy as we can. And then we should intimidate him to make him flat-footed. There we go. This is the best that I can theoretically do in this instance. Now, whether this is the right choice, I don't know. Ooh. How did I miss all those? Damn. Hold on. Wait, I'm still going... Did he... No, he didn't lose Shaken. Hold on. Huh. Oh god, once I do this, oh god, this could get really wild. Anyways. Anyways. Yeah, distractions aside, what can I do here? If we had the Hex, Slumber, this would be the easiest way to deal with them. Unfortunately, we do not have that luxury, so... And, Deep Slumber is also not an option, so we are stuck with, Yeah, so he has a weak will. What do we have that can potentially, deal with will-based enemies? Actually, hold on. Don't I have, like, a, Here... Hold on. I mean, if I get him, with Tasha's... If I get him with the, Hideous Laughter, then, he'd be helpless and prone, but that's not gonna cut it. Besides, I have to bypass his 34 spell resist, which is not gonna happen. I'm just curious how he's able to hit me. He's got a 42, which is technically a 62. Is he getting direct hits, though? I don't think he is. Yeah, he's missing, and I succeed the reflex saves, but, Oh, he hit me, though. What? Okay, so, yeah, no, I've just got to use, combat reflexes, then. Okay. That's the only reason he's able to hit me to begin with. Okay. Sorry. Ow? Okay. Hmm. Maybe if I swap over to a brass dragon, that could, have more problems. maybe I'm going about it the wrong method. Like, I don't have to directly confront the guy. I just have to deal enough damage at a distance. Okay, I'm gonna use the brass and bronze dragon aspect here. If I use this, then I can do this. There we go. Alright, you're gonna run up and use a force bomb. Okay. Ow. Okay, so the issue is getting knocked prone and him having the agility to just nuke me down like that. That's not good. But I do like the idea of cutting him down with long range. That's probably the way to go. There we go. Let's move back a bit. There we go. Hello, you have 80 feet of movement, right. He might be able to move like lightning, but he can only move so far. That's kind of what I'm banking on here. He has to attack at a certain range no matter what, so that is what I'm gonna rely on here, essentially. Alright, let's do, what is he weak against? He's got acid, fire, cold. I'm not trying to find a path to him. I'm just looking at his stats. Let's see. Anything that isn't electricity is basically good. So I cannot use, yeah, the Bronze Dragon aspect is not good, so we don't want to use that. So I guess we'll use the brass, why not? So what we do here is do 8. Here we go. Okay, yeah, no, I should have been able to move there, which is a real bummer, because He really likes to stop movement for some reason. No idea why, but whatever. Alright, so we do want Brass Dragon here. We'll also pair it with Acid Dragon. There we go. He comes over, yep, as expected. Exactly what we're hoping for. He throws the spam bombs, which is not what we want. He just gets so much initiative for no apparent reason. It's ridiculous. I mean, to be fair, I don't have to, I could just use the breath AoE like that, to be fair. There we go. He's gonna move fast regardless. Now, I should have the initiative here. Is what I would say if he didn't take the bloody initiative from me. Which is ridiculous. Okay, I'm gonna move away from him now. It's not ideal, but, you know, we don't really have much of an option here. He's going to throw the bomb regardless, and, you know, get the hit off. What that? What? That's... Ah! Okay. Man, this is difficult. Not only do you have to avoid the volley, but... God, do you have to be... You have to take into account everything. Alright, so first, foremost, Dispel. Let's do everything we can to minimize the amount of chances he has to hit us. So we're going to use this. We'll use Blur and Displacement accordingly. We'll even use Mirror Image, because that will minimize the chances he has to hit us, and he'll just hit an illusion, which makes it even easier for us. I don't think the ranged weapon buff is going to help, but we can use this and this. The haste will certainly give us more freedom and breathing room, at the very minimum. False Life Greater will give us a bit of a HP boon. Magical Vestment Armor, I believe, can be used here. It'll just give us a little bit of a bonus. The next best thing I can do is quite literally start summoning minions. You know, that actually may be a good idea, actually. Hold on. If I summon some summons to take the brunt of the blows for me, that would save me way more than anything else might. If only to give a small distraction where I can actually start pummeling from a range area of effects. Alright, so polymorph back. Alright. We'll start with the large summons, I suppose. Okay, air elemental. Earth elemental. These guys last for 15 rounds, so that's good. It doesn't matter what they're good at, just as long as they're a distraction. And then a water elemental. There we go. We'll do price in descending order for this one. Let's see. Not gonna cut it. Alright, well, anyways, price in ascending order will make it easier for me to select what I need. We need shield. No way to block force effects, so no point in getting more there. We'll get blur, beer image. I could use sense vitals, but that wouldn't do much for us. It'd give us a d6 of damage, which is not much. This will give me a 3 natural armor, as opposed to the 6, which isn't really great. I will go by... Well, we'll worry about that in a moment. I want to focus on the scrolls here. Okay. Displacement. Haste. Movement's already up. Is what I would say if it wasn't. But it's not, so I can just put that on, I guess. We are going to want greater invisibility in this instance. It's a very rare instance, but it's necessary, and you'll understand why I'm going for this soon. But it's very important, and would be the deciding factor on whether I keep the Ring of Protection or not. Because it might actually be a situation where we get rid of the Ring of Protection in favor of it. Of what we're going to be getting. But, yeah, no, that'll have to do. We don't need to really worry about Stone Skin because the attacks that we're suffering from is more so from the enemy than it is us, so as long as we're good on the AoE, we're gonna be fine. Okay. I could use greater heroism, but there is no real big reason as to use that just yet, as far as I'm aware. Hmm. I am tempted to use this, but no, we're not going to use that. Alright, let's put that back on. The accessories. Let's see what we can do to make this even viable. Let's go type in descending order. Here we go. I guess in a weird sort of way, if this did work, it would make it so damage is doubled, but I don't think we want that. Hmm. Just trying to see if there's anything I can use here. I don't think there is. As much as I want to say there is, there isn't. Well, at the very least, I can say I've tried, right? Wearer has a weapon training ability, and is wielding a weapon it gives a bonus to. The bonus increases by +2. The Gloves of Dueling will probably be our next tool that we use, as opposed to the Gloves of Fetimboni. While the Gloves of Fetimboni are really nice, having a bonus to hit is just really good. So, that might have to be something that we get. Either that or you get the Big Game Gloves, which is a good alternative. So as long as I announce a warrior, which can be quite literally anybody, enemies suffer a -2 to AC and become sickened for 3 rounds, so that's a -2 to AC and a -2 to attack rolls and certain things, so that's nice. Hmm. Permanent effects of freedom of movement are nice, but the athletics and mobility are just too good to pass up. And then, of course, there's rings, which we can't really use. Alright, this is the best that I'm gonna get, huh? Unfortunate, but, very truthful to what I need.
This is my path.
Alright, we are going to polymorph into a brass dragon. And we're also going to get the copper dragon's breath weapon. We're going to move up here. And we're going to start the fight off by using the acid effects. There we go. Okay. This is exactly what I was hoping for. We're moving 70 feet back. Have them focus on the others. I'm curious about one thing in particular. Let's see. He's got a 44 to hit. That's ridiculous. Alright, let the water elemental do its work. Is what I would say if it, you know... The heck's going on? Hey! Alright, well, that works. And you've knocked me prone, lovely. Lovely. Not what I was hoping for, but okay. Okay, we move back. Ow. Yeah. Why can I not move after it? Okay. Okay, back up. Over to here. You know, I'd rather you not knock me prone and just nuke me like that. Where's my turn? Where's my turn? They just take away my turn from me. Ridiculous. God. Alright. Alright, well, you should be flat-footed against us, so... let's just nuke you. Okay, that's not what I wanted, but okay. I guess this is what we're getting. Okay, well, that's that. Alright, now it's you left. Now, I do question, how many bombs does he have? Because there is a limit to how many bombs a guy like him can have. Is that not the case? Because if he has a limit... we can theoretically go infinite here. Ow. Bullshit. Bullshit. How are you hitting? How are you getting 2 turns? That's not... I call him bullshit on that. God. But, yeah, no, I was worried this was gonna be an issue, so... How am I gonna handle this? Well, I guess the next best thing is to just quite literally nuke the guy, so... Instead, we just let the minions distract, while we go heavy-handing and just ruin his day. I mean, yeah, like, there's no real other way I can think of. Let's actually swap to a Brass Dragon. And then do a Breath Weapon, let's say, over here. I should at least try to get the guy in, range, right? Alright. I've got a 43 to hit, 72 AC. Let's start wailing on this guy. Alright. Probably gonna die here, but we'll see. And, of course, I target the wrong person. So, that's fun.
The approach.
I'm actually curious. Maybe what I need is not see invisibility. Yeah, see invisibility, but I need true sight. Because there is a way to overcome that issue, I do believe. I believe it's price in ascending order. I need to look for the most expensive one on the bottom. Where is it? I suppose greater heroism would allow for a little bit more of a boost. That is an option there. Foresight's tempting, but I don't think it cuts here. I mean, a disintegrate would solve our problems quite well, but I don't think that's gonna cut it. Let's see. What do we have in Will? Word of Chaos is probably the strongest. As is Phantasmal Putrefaction. Let's see. Yeah, that's not gonna cut it. Word of Chaos. No. No to Phantasmal Web. Okay, so none of those would work. Not too surprised it wouldn't. Veil of Heaven would give us a +2 AC on top of that and saves. I don't know. I really don't know what to do. I guess Sea Mantle would minimize the amount of damage I'm suffering from, so I guess use that. That's probably going to be our saving grace here. And you know what? Let's use the Greater Heroism Scroll. It's going to give us a additional 2, so... Oh, no, wait. Oh, I'd only get it as a damage bonus. No, I don't even get it as a damage bonus. Quite literally, Incredible Might is just stronger in general than Heroism in both aspects. That's kind of hilarious. There we go. Okay. We'll be suffering a little bit of damage, but the Sea Mantle hopefully will carry us here. It's looking like it does, because it's giving us extra concealment. So I did something right. Shit. Alright, I was close. I was really close there. So, this is something that's right on the money. I just need to actually make it happen. Because once he's down, everything's trivial.
The approach.
Yeah, so quite literally, we can't really benefit from the morale bonus, so no point in trying that. Let's go in price in ascending order, because that's how we usually roll it. Roll of shield is going. We got haste on, I believe. Yeah, haste. Got dodge. We need false life on. Got freedom of movement on. Alright, Sea Mantle. There we go. Sea Mantle has been used. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. And I guess we'll just go with, Okay, there we go. We're in position. He's gonna throw bombs there, but because of the position we're in, we can now full attack this boy. Alright, there we go. He's gonna try and knock us down. We just have to pray that we're not knocked down, essentially. Okay. Move even closer just to really push the agenda. And if we remain standing, we'll be able to take him out. Which we do. Perfect. So now it's just a matter of... Yeah, there we go. Done. It was hellish to do, but we managed to do it. And now we've just got to live. And that's GG. Okay, yeah, no, if not for, yeah, if not for our minions, we would have been fine. So, we just need to push the agenda a little bit farther, so... Price in ascending order, once again. Alright, that's 21. That's the closest you're gonna get. Yeah, that's actually really good for HP, so we keep that. Alright, we use Sea Mantle. This will give us a +8 to AC. And just to make extra certain, we should probably use a Scroll of Legendary Proportions. This will give us an additional 4 AC. This will just help us increase the survival rate of when we do go in. So we want to transform into gold. Alright, we save here. Now we just gotta make it work. Nearly. Okay, no. I need to make sure I'm actually zipping past, and I need to get into a position where I can actually full attack this guy. If I can do that, I've got a good shot at dealing with the enemy. So I just need to rush him down, essentially. If I do that, then we're good. So yeah, that's the, Damn. I mean, I guess I could charge in the normal way. Just get as close as I feasibly can. There we go. He goes first. But then he targets me because I'm being seen. Such a gamble on how we do this. But if I can get the right angle in, full attack him, we'll be good. Okay, I think this is good. Is what I would say, but nope. Oh, we got a critical. Yes! Aha! They're flat-footed, so I can just wail on them, but the retriever is the more dangerous foe. So I move over here. There we go. We'll get some heals going off. Oh, okay. I guess the succubus is a target now. Ow. Okay, I'm not a fan of being controlled out of my board, but okay. Well, whatever. We succeeded. God, that was a pain. What? How? Okay. Alright, game. That's how you want to play. Okay. We'll just do it better. We will just have to simply do better. Because apparently the game says no. You don't like that. Okay. Alright, that's a miss. Okay, apparently, that's something. Oof. Okay. We're just a water elemental in all this. Like, seriously. Okay, I don't think we're gonna get this W here. Yeah, no. That is too much of a L on that roll of attacks. I can do this. It's clear I can. It's just a matter of actually doing it. Okay, I'm in a good position. I think I can make this... I think he moved too far over. Okay, we got the hit. His fortitude save did succeed. He nearly got failed there, but I digress. It's fine. We just have to do better. Alright. Okay. I'm perfectly fine if you want to target him. That's actually really good for me. Okay. Okay, I'm in a little bit of pain, but I can do this. Alright, back up a bit here. There we go. Okay, 5 foot here. Focus on the succubus first. There we go. Alright. Done. Take everything. We save immediately. And then we leave it so we can just heal. I think what ended up happening is because we were low health and we tried to polymorph back, we basically boned ourselves. But we got a few things here. We got the Lesser Quicken Metamagic Rod, the Harmaki, the Ring of Natural Armor, Ring of Protection, and probably the most important thing for our build, the Ring of the Triumphant Advance. It grants you a 2 deflection bonus to AC, but any morale bonuses you have are doubled. Now, I don't think I need to say this, but we have a morale bonus of 5. A morale bonus of 5. Keep that in mind. And that's going to scale, no less. Okay, so that is Evocation Resilience, which is nice. But most everything around here is basically been cleared. But effectively, that ring gives us a +5. Well, it gives us an additional +5 on top of our current morale bonus to attack and damage. So that's 5 extra attack and damage. And I do believe if we go into Mythic Path specifically, Let's see. Yeah, this specifically gives us a morale bonus, so Incredible Might's good for that. Marvelous Endurance is not a morale bonus, but is nice to have. Yeah, so at the moment, as far as I can tell, that's the biggest getaway that you're going to get from that. I'm going to leave the island now, and I'm probably going to wrap it up here. Because we just got one of the strong... Sorry about that. We got one of the strongest ring that's going to help us carry us through the game. At the very least, it's going to help us alleviate some of the issues that we've been having with the hits. So, yes, we will suffer a little bit in our AC for it. So we won't be having, like... We'll lose 4 AC. That's inevitable. However, in turn for that, we're going to have a lot more attack. So, it's a small price to pay for just the absolute absurdity of it. So we are actually going to wear that ring. It's only going to give us 2 AC, which is a bummer, but for what you gain, it's just too good to pass up. Yeah. So the most we're getting is like... I guess if we do get morale bonuses to armor, then we get ridiculous amounts as well, so that's another thing worth considering. So yeah. Yeah, we've got currently a 62 AC. As long as we secure ourselves a morale bonus to AC, we should be fine. Now, that is easier said than done, but there is a way to get a morale bonus to AC. Well, I think there is, anyways, to get a morale bonus to AC. It's just been a while since I recall what we need to do to get that, but I digress. We are going to wrap it up for today. We've managed to secure ourselves even more power. We look ominous, but we're very strong. That's all it comes down to. We're a very, very scary strong dragon. Which is nice. Next stream, we'll probably be hitting level 24. I'm thinking we'll test to see the waters on whether we'll get Extinctual Warrior or not. Probably won't, but we'll have to see. I'm not sure. But, yeah, we're definitely going to have to figure out our AC situation a little bit more. What we're probably going to do is we're probably going to... If we don't like the Instinctual Warrior level up, I'm probably just going to change it to 3 levels into... Well, change Reanimator to Mutagenic Warrior by 3 levels, and then I'll just have Reanimator Lost. Because at that point, you're going to get full BAB, and then you're going to get the mutagens, and so... It's just a whole kerfuffle that's easily acquired. Stigmatized, which is going to be Sting, though. Because that just gives us extra AC, and the familiar... It's a whole... of things, but I digress. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream all the same. I know I did. I will see you guys next stream. Take care, everybody, and have a good day.